Well, hello folks, how you guys doing? I thought I'd show you I have success with a graft. I'll show you. Right there. Right there. I'll get you a close-up of that, but yeah. So I'm finding out that the main stem, you have more success when you're going off the main trunk of the vine. And yeah, so I got some success. That's very good news. And yeah, so now we're gonna leave this bag on. We have to leave the bag on because we're gonna be, you can't just take the bag off and the sun will just dry out the bud. So you want to just slowly introduce it early in the morning maybe, and maybe in the evening, and then put the bag on, and then it takes a while to harden off the graft. And once that's hardened off, then you'll have then you can take the bag off. It's a learning process. I'm still working on that. But that's so something like this. You got your trunk, your vine. You want to get rid of these lower shoots. That's important. So you just knock them off. Or say, get them all off there. Even this one here. So that's what you want to do for that. And then you got grass. You know, it's crazy, but anything down here, get rid of all this here. Get rid of it all. Then this grass, you want to pull the grass out here if you can. Try to get as much as you can. That grass will grow everywhere here. Probably dig it out if you can. Yeah, you want to get that all out of there. Now I'm resetting the wires. Just pulling them back out, see? Bring them on down. So I can capture most of the vines into this channel here. See that? Bring it down to its lower setting. If we can get one. So there. Hold them right in. Okay folks, here I did a raised bed with a little gravel at the bottom. And yeah, so you can see there I put a little bit of holly that I cut down a tree, a bunch of trees. So I put holly as a layer, and then I put the dirt right over the top of it, just as a filler, you know, because we don't have a ton of soils here. So, but anyways, this is kind of a sandy, loamy type of soil here, and I'll be putting more of a topsoil over the top of that. So yeah, that's how it works. That's how it's gonna work. Anyways, I'll talk to you more about the how I built this raised bed on a cheap. Okay folks, I got my layer, my lomus layer down now, and next is going to be the topsoil. Now I got the topsoil, you know, or the better soil. This soil came from, you know, like digging out some grass, and so then I let it decompose over time, and then just filtered it out. Anyways, there you have it. We'll put in a little bit of I'll put in some mulch now, or some compost, and sprinkle it on top there, and that'll be good for this year. It's gonna settle, and then we'll just keep on adding compost every year, and that should be good as gold. See ya. Bye. There it is. That's the compost. Liquid gold. Just beautiful. I'll lay this on top. Don't I don't know, some people like to till it in. It doesn't matter, I guess, really, but leave it on top, it'll filter through anyways. Post layer on the top, not much. Can always add a little bit later when I'm tired. I'm taking a break. Anyways, there it is, compost. And it's gonna settle, and then we'll just keep adding every year a little bit. And it should be good as gold. See you later. Bye. Anyways, happy Memorial Day, folks. Happy Memorial Day for all those veterans that served for our country. I'm impressed. I mean, hey, this is our freedom, right? We should be very, very happy for all the people that serve this country. And we should be proud. All right, let's get on with our tomato session here. So, the tomatoes are a no-brainer plant. They are really easy to grow. I suggest everybody starts with a tomato plant. Challenge that you have with a tomato plant is probably going to be blossom end rot, and that'll happen on certain varieties like plum or Italian plum. Just because, you know, I mean, if you get the other ones like steak, beef steak, and that, I don't think you're going to have as much of a problem. Sorry for the wind here, folks. It's pretty windy again today. But anyways, I think we're set now with these tomato plants. By July 4th, I should have ripe tomatoes. I'm going to show you them right here. See them right here? So this is the Granadero I was telling you about. As you can see, they're all elongated. So I think we got the right one this year. Anyways, yeah, so I'm really happy. They're looking good. I got a few other ones over here that are bigger. And yeah, I think July 4th is a pretty good shot at getting it done. So I pushed these in the greenhouse in April, and yeah, they're looking really good. I got them all watered up now at a drip. So I drip them, you know, I run them for like, 10 minutes, and we go from there. So anyways, that is really about it with the greenhouse. Again, that the biggest challenge will be, it's going to be blossom end rot. But I'm only gonna have tomatoes in here, and I got a few peppers, and that's really about it. But my main focus this year is going to be rebuilding this greenhouse, and I'll show you how I do that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a little bit bigger greenhouse, higher ceiling, and then I can let the vines kind of grow way up on top, and yeah, that'll save us some space. And then I'll have an area where you can just, you know, have potted starts and cuttings. So I'll show you all that. Okay, folks, here is the Haas avocado. I just moved it from the inside out into the greenhouse, and it seems to produce a bigger leaf. They seem to get bigger, so it seems to be liking it in here. Just a slight humidity is very good for it. It likes it. So it's got new shoots, and it's looking really good. I'm impressed. So I think we're going to keep this guy, overwinter him, and I'll have to try to find some type of heat. Either cover it or keep something to keep it from freezing at cold temperatures. Look at this, folks. I have a tiny oak tree that I have found when I was digging the soil back there. I saved it. So a squirrel must have buried an oak, an acorn, and this is what you got. A little seedling. And here, look at this poke. I don't know what this is, but I had this growing inside my house, and it just turns into like this fern. But I thought it was a flower, but it's just the strangest plant. I don't know what it is. A Mexican mint. This is a new, something new I'm trying, and I'm hoping to have success with it. You can cook with this Mexican mint. And folks, right here is the poppy, the California poppy. And this one here, they're looking really good. They're really bursting here. I'll get them planted outdoors. Hopefully, you know, when it's not too hot, or I'll wait till fall. So there you have it. I got some oregano on the back there, but she struggled out inside, so I brought her into the greenhouse. And then here are my peppers. And they're doing really well. They got flowers on them. And yeah, I'm very, very happy. One is that we got actually some having fruit already. So very, very pleased with the peppers so far. They've been very healthy. And we get them in at Ace Hardware here in Anacortes. And they're growing. They have a new greenhouse they're setting up, and I've always liked their plants. They're pretty good quality. Okay, folks, and then that is it. We have our tomatoes planted.